Yo! Yo! Welcome to another Unwrapping Sam video. All my life, I had a lot of things that I knew they were true for me, but I had no clue why they were true for me. Now I obviously know, but at that time I did not. So as the title of the video says, this video is going to be about all those things that I knew, but I did not know why I knew them. Let's get into it. There are a lot of random facts that now it's for me a pleasure to actually think about them and put the puzzle together. For example, all my life I knew since I was a little kid I've been attracted to girls, I've been attracted to guys, but every time I was attracted to a girl I knew inside that I was not a lesbian. It was a really strong feeling. I knew that wasn't true for me since I started to actually like people. Every time I was attracted to a girl I was like, there's definitely something missing for me here. This is not what I am. Obviously there's nothing wrong with being a lesbian, it just is not what I am, not what I was. It was not rejection, it was not that I was obviously rejecting, obviously. Sadly, it made sense that I rejected liking a girl. It was not me just rejecting it for the fact that I was liking a girl. It was just that it did not make any sense for me, and it did not make any sense for me. It's not what I am, and now I know why. Let's just play with a big statement here before I get into this. Trans women are women. Trans men are men. Repeat with me. Trans women are women. Trans men are men. This is your gender identity. It's nothing to do with your sexual orientation. The only difference between trans people and cisgender people is just people in general. Trans people don't identify with their biological sex. Me, for example, I am a trans man. I am a man. Nothing more than that. The same way that you, well, I say you, the same way that people would not assume that because you are a man, you're gonna feel attracted to girls. You can be gay, bisexual, pansexual, anything you want. You don't have to be straight because you're a man. It's the same for a trans man. You don't have to like girls because you're a trans man. There are a lot of gay trans men out there, and it's completely fine. I've heard from many people.
So you're a trans man.
Why aren't you just a lesbian? I am a man. I can like girls, guys, both of them. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm clarifying that if you're a trans man, you're a man. The same rules that you would apply to a man applies to a trans man. Trans women are women. They can be lesbian, be straight, bisexual, but the most important thing that being trans is nothing related to who you are attracted to.
So since I was a little kid I knew I was not a lesbian. I was attracted to girls.
And I just always knew there's something that is not working for me, and that made me feel very wrong for a long time because it felt like I was just rejecting it. I was not. I was just being myself. There's another piece of the puzzle. It didn't click up until now. I am a man. I can't be a lesbian if I am a man. Fun fact, I have never been with a lesbian since before coming out as a trans man. I would have a lot of straight girls coming to me and being like, hey, I'm not lesbian, not even bisexual. I've never felt attracted to a woman, but I'm attracted to you. The first times I was like, I'm also confused. I don't know what's going on for me. And then after the number 10, I was like, I honestly don't know what's going on, but this is something that happens to me a lot. I thought I was gonna have to live all my life with that kind of confusion, but now it makes sense. It was just my energy, it was just me, people being attracted to me, not to my body. So that is a bit of a fun fact. More things. I've always loved video games so much, which is not a weird thing. And I'm bringing this up because my dad told me like months ago. I should have guessed there was not a single game where you picked the girl character. Every time I had the possibility of choosing to be somebody else in a video game, in just a story, I would always pick the male character, the strongest male character, the biggest one. If I had the opportunity to live another life, have another experiences, they would always be male experiences. To get away with my body, I would always pick the male shape to have the adventures in a male body. This I've always done since I was a little kid, and I thought it was normal. For me it was completely normal. I didn't even think about it, but then my dad brought it up the other day and I was like, yeah, that's actually a point. There are a lot of things that my parents bring up to me that for me they were always right, and for them too, I guess, because I'm only child and they saw me growing up. But then now they actually make a lot of sense. If you think that I'm transgender, they would not make sense if the kid is not transgender. Male clothes have always been my platonic love. I've always hated shopping. I've always hated going to shops with my mom. I've always hated that. I hated clothes. I never liked anything I was wearing. Never liked myself in anything I was wearing. Every time my mom and I would get in a shop, she would literally drag me out of our house to like bring me to this shop. We would get in the store and I would literally die looking to the male clothes. It was a feeling that I will never forget. It was knowing consciously and unconsciously that that was a goal, but it was not meant for me. I didn't even consider wearing those clothes as a possibility. All my life, my mom is my biggest support. She's amazing for me, but she just did not understand me at that point. Like I did not understand myself. She did not dress me as a princess, but she definitely did not dress me as the prince I wanted to be. I was wearing girly clothes and she would make sure that I was the prettiest,
the most beautiful, the cleanest, the sweetest.
and all I wanted was just to climb up trees, to run after a ball, to play sport, to play video games, to dress with a pair of trousers and a hoodie, and that was it. My mom let me do a lot of things. I always had that limit that I did not know why I needed to break so badly. Of course my parents did not know that either. So I would get in the store and my eyes would bright. I was in love with all those hoodies, all those trousers, shirts, t-shirts. Inside myself, I was thinking, those clothes will never suit you, and that made me sad. And it was all a lot of unrelated feelings. They were there for a reason. All true for me, but I did not understand why all of that was happening. So in the store, I would always go to the male part, and then my mom would run after me and pick me and be like, help me pick a dress for you. I just don't give a I just don't care about dresses. Now I love clothes. Only a single t-shirt. I just love it on me because it makes sense, but oh dear, I never understood why I would hate many things so much. It's great for me to actually be able to understand myself right now. How can I look at everything? And I think it's great to see how much I've grown up since then. So all I can say to you is that you have to be patient. If there are things that you can't figure out right now at the moment, things will make sense for you. Probably not tomorrow, maybe in a week or in a month or in a year, but what has to be, and it will be. So be patient. I spent 23 years looking for my truth, and I know I will spend the rest of my life looking for it. I have found now the first huge step for me, knowing who I am and being able to understand many feelings. This time has been worth it. Growing up, learning, it's been a great journey. I don't feel I have wasted my time. I've had the opportunity to leave many things in a way that many people won't ever. I see it like that in a very positive way. There is a big thing that I wanted to talk about back in Madrid when I was having such a hard time with certain people and with myself. It was then when I started realizing how important music was for me. Basically, music saved my life. Piano for me and music for me was everything I needed to survive. I would probably have a really tough day and I would just go downstairs and I would just play and write, cry, and that completely cleansed my soul in a way that I would have never expected it could be done. That would save me day after day. Wow, my way of coping with problems, hard situations is always the music. Wow, I sit on the piano and I improvise, I write, I drive my feelings out of the piano, making music, and that transforms me from the worst day of my life to the best day of my life. I will talk in another video about the really strong relationship that music and I have. For me is really essential. Music for me is air. I need it. I can't imagine a life without music. It was then when I started writing songs, as in like piano and voice, which is something that I never really did before. I wrote this song, and I'm talking about a stage where I did not know what transsexuality was at all, when I couldn't even think about being a man. I didn't even know that that was possible. I wrote a song called I Often Dream I Am a Man. It is a song where I am talking about knowing that I was a man, interacting with this person that is kind of judging me, and I kind of say that I have to be hidden. I just found it a few weeks ago. It's like, wow, I did not remember I wrote this. Wow, that has to be in something, right? I don't know. I find really fantastic how the human brains work. At the end, this is who we are. We can't hide it. Wow. I want to share this song with you. I'm gonna record it for the next video. It means a lot to me. I just hope that you enjoy it. It's a really raw thing. So these are a few things that I lived with all my life, and it's cool. It's like you can't go against the truth. This is who I've always been. Despite finding out after 23 years, everything has always been like this. Do subscribe to my channel. In the next video I'm gonna talk, well, I'm not gonna talk, I'm just gonna sing this song, and then another time I'll talk about how strong my relationship with music is. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it helps you understand a bit more how people like me can work. Of course, again, everything I say is all my personal experiences. Other people have a lot of different experiences, but the main point is that we all are who we are and we remain like this all our lives. As I said in the previous video, people around you, situations around you, your family, friends, like your environment makes you realize sooner or later, but at the end, who you are is who you are. I'll be back soon. Over and out.